And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They'll start on the ground with Harris. Breaks through the contact, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. This is Harris. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
But obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Here's Hurts to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get it.
Interesting, this offense trying to spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. At that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Throwing is Hurts. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Take it at the 37. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, DTN running right. Oh, nice move. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That good for 22 and a 1st down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
On 1st down, right back DTN. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down.
Let's go.
They'll run with ETN. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at him with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack him because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on third down.
Etienne is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So it's third and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. Going for it. Here's Etienne. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Travis Etienne with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator. Because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit. But facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
He's got his target. That's complete. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Deebo Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag, and they'll accept that penalty. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, it's Herbert. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Herbert. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Ray. Let's go.
Third and long, it's Herbert. He completes it to Ridley. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now. Here's Jordan Stout now. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere.
Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Hurts. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give you another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball, then limit that gain.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3, trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Deebo Samuel, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Motion man is Schwartz. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Play action. Here's Hurts. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Anthony Schwartz from 6 yards away. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Let's go, let's go.
On second down, here's Herbert. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football, or you're going to cost your team chances.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. Wind up incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Jack Fox set to kick off.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? On Herbert, his third interception. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
They'll take over first down 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. And they run with Harris off the option. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. To the right side, it's Kelsey. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense.
Touchdown, Falcons! Anthony Schwartz on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So not only is that his third touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon.
Jack Fox set to kick off.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Smoke Monday. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. On first down, Hurts. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Anthony Schwartz on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Here's Herbert now on second down. And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. And his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half. Well, that is now his fifth interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. Heck of a broken tackle, and able to work this down near the 23. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Jack Fox set to kick off.
The first half, no contest. What will the second half bring? As we are back and underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He finds his man, complete. It's Hammond. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Herbert's throw pulled in by Marshall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
This 2nd and 4. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And now here is another interception. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll start the drive with Harris. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 27-yard line.
Now back to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Falcons. Anthony Schwartz, 73 yards. And the Falcons extend their lead yet again. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Buccaneers 7.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Down the numbers. There he goes. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch it. He's in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. You're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. On the give, this is Harris. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Now that's how you start a drive. Not only do you pick up a 1st down, you do it on a chunk play. Big yardage, and now you put a little bit of a dent in the confidence of the defense.
1st down, and they go back to Harris. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
They go play action with Hurts. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. An option handoff given to Harris. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
And a Falcon first down.
They run again with Harris. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. 3 quarters in the books. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after you ice is down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And this throw will be intercepted. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. And looky there, Charles, just acquired, already making an impact on the defensive side of the football.
Maybe not a superstar, but he does a few things well, and I think they'll emphasize that in his new role with this team.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Herbert now. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every...
And all will be intercepted. Picked off by Smoke Monday. And the Falcons are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Back to throw now in his own end zone. This short throw caught by Goddard. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Here is 3rd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
First down, Falcons.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight-ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Falcons, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.